Power of ritual. We heal. We grow. We measure the ocean and the bodies it would bury. A newsletter but a YouTube video. So we do that. Oops, I dropped it. Hi. It's November 18th, Monday, 5:35 p.m., which is crazy because it's so dark outside. Anyway, I've had a crazy day. It's just been, tiring. I'm gonna be honest. I started reading The Power of Ritual again. I picked this book up a long time ago. I think it came out like literally right before COVID, which is horrible timing, honestly, for this book. But I picked it up again because I've been reading a lot of stuff about mysticism, and I really enjoyed this book when I did read it, and it's been a while, so I figured, why not pick it up again? But it's bringing up some really big thoughts in me. I don't know. I've been having this issue lately where whenever I come up with a new idea, it's always paired with this anxiety. So let's unpack that. Earlier, I was thinking about making an archive for myself, I guess. Lately I've been so paralyzed. This is so hard. My body my brain just wants to keep it all inside all the time. Do not do anything. Do not feel anything. Do not want anything. Do not do anything at all. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to do it. Nothing. Just what do I want to do today? Nothing. I don't want to do anything. And it's been very, very frustrating because at the end of the day, I am what I'm doing. My life is made up of these days where I'm just not doing anything. And I know that's not necessarily the healthiest. Trust me. I know. Ugh, it's just so frustrating. I just want to talk about things to the camera and I can't even talk about a book. Something that's been happening lately is I've been getting ideas. I've been getting thoughts and things that I want to do whatever with. I want to write them down, and then I go to write them down and I end up freezing. I end up being I don't want to do anything. I don't want to write that down. What if I write it down wrong? What if I don't write it down and then it's gone forever? And what if it's never helpful? What if it's never, XYZ, so on and so forth ad infinitum? I feel like I should have the answers already, and I don't, and it's really frustrating. I just want to talk about the things I love without trying to shut myself down. Is that so much to ask? Why is it so hard? I've lost my talking skills. No, I haven't. They're still here. They're just in there somewhere. I don't know. I've noticed a fear overwhelm response whenever I come up with a new idea or something that I want to do, where I'm I don't know if I can do that. And that's really scary. So let's just not do anything. And then I'm stuck and I'm frustrated. Just like now. I just get so caught up in my brain. Ugh. I'm just gonna read you Power of Ritual. This is from the introduction. Deep connection isn't just about relationships with other people. It's about feeling the fullness of being alive. It's about being enveloped in multiple layers of belonging within, between, and around us. This book is an invitation to deepen your rituals of connection across 4 levels: yourself, the people around you, the natural world, and the transcendent. Each layer of connection strengthens the other, so that when we feel deeply connected across these 4 levels, it's as if our days are held within a rich lattice work of meaning. We're able to be kinder, more forgiving. We heal. We grow. I don't know what I want to say about that. There's something, deep within me that has something to say about what I just read. I just want my YouTube to be kind of like an archive, How can I talk about what's been going on when I don't know what I've been thinking about lately? I think it'd be nice to be able to come back to YouTube videos of this week or whatever, years from now, and be able to come back into that headspace that I'm in. I don't know. I'm just struggling, as they say. Hello, I'm back, headphoneless. All of this to say that this is what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about ritual. I'm thinking about spiritual practices. And I'm thinking about that freeze response that I keep coming back to. Of like, I don't want to do anything. I'm good. I don't want to do anything. Even though I want to do some, it's like that contradiction of like, I want to do something, but I don't want to decide what I want to do. I want to just exist in this limbo where all this potential is available to me and then have to do nothing about it. I've been working on Forest Spirit, as you can see back there, and I'm not happy with him. We're so close to finishing, closer than ever, one could say. And yet every step is so hard. Every step is so sludge, muck, tar pit, just dragging me down. It's so frustrating because I just want to clear it out. I want to clear out this project that's been taking up space in my head for so long. And part of me wants to say that I can't. A real big part of me says, no, you're never gonna finish Forest Spirit. It's never gonna turn out how you want it to. You suck. Stop working on art. What the hell are you thinking you're even doing? And that's a very real big part of me that's very loud. Very loud. I don't know. This feels very discombobulated. All this to say, Hey, Editing Ruben here. I just wanted to come in here and just give my opinion about this book because as much as I love a lot of it, it deals with a franchise that is very, close to home for me in more ways than one, which is, of course, Harry Potter. I grew up reading Harry Potter. I watched all the movies when I was in high school, and then J.K. Rowling became so, but showed her true colors of, like, being so violently transphobic. I don't know. It's really tough to talk about Harry Potter as a trans person because I did love the series, but, time heals all wounds, and I realized that is a piece of garbage, actually. So I just want to warn any other trans people that are looking into reading this book that there's a lot of mentions about Harry Potter in it. So although it's a good book, there are definitely not full points happening here. So take that as you will. I also kind of want to introduce the next part. I kind of had the idea that I wanted to make my YouTube videos more of like an archive of, as I said in the previous clip, more of an archive. I always wanted to have an archive of like a newsletter, so this is going to be more about that kind of aspect of vlogging. It'd be like a newsletter but a YouTube video, or a zine or a magazine or a collage or something. Oh, my arm hurts. Yeah, but I wanted this video to be a little bit more like a collage than necessarily a vlog of my life, because my life is my art. And I wanted to kind of showcase some of the stuff I've been making. And if you like this, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. But yeah, I hope you enjoy. This next piece is actually going to be a bit of writing I did with some GIFs, and I'm actually really so excited about this next segment, so I hope you enjoy. Look, it's a boat. When is a boat no longer the boat you loved, Theseus? When do you stop loving it like you did when you first bought the thing? How many fathoms below the surface were you when you realized this is no longer my boat at all? A fathom is 6 feet, Theseus. We measure the ocean and the bodies it would bury. Look, don't you see it? An iceberg, Captain, off the port bow. Aren't you happy? Don't you see? We can drown in it now, Captain. Never even touch dry land again, Captain. Don't you see? A beautiful eternity looking at the sun through water, light through water. Captain, we can look and never go blind. Hey, it is Thursday. It's 1:19 in the afternoon, and I am going to be making some cute little mushroom ornaments for my friends. So, come along. Jumping on voiceover here, this is the prototype mushroom. The materials that you need to make this mushroom are a thick piece of paper like cardstock, cut at a 2.5 inch diameter of a circle. Then you're going to want a piece of fabric for the top of your mushroom, and this is going to be cut at roughly 3/4 of an inch wider than the cardboard insert. You're also going to want a piece of fabric for the bottom of your mushroom, and this should be cut a circle roughly about 1/4 of an inch wider. Once you have your circles, take a length of thread, and you're just going to do gathering stitches all the way around the edge of your top mushroom fabric. Gathering stitches are just kind of loosey-goosey. They can be whatever you want them to be, lengthwise, size-wise, whatever. It doesn't really matter as long as you're not tangling your thread. That is the most important part, because once you make it all the way around the circle, you're going to pull that thread partially tight so that the edges of your mushroom top come up and it forms kind of a cup. And inside of this cup, you're going to put a little bit of stuffing and the cardboard insert on top of the stuffing. Then you're going to pull your thread the rest of the way tight so that it goes around the cardboard insert. This helps shape the mushroom top. Then you're going to just tie that off as tightly as you can. I like to make a loop and then put my needle through the loop and then pull it tight. I like to do this 2 or 3 times, depending on how, secure you need the knot to be. So then we're going to take the underside fabric, we're going to fold that in half and fold it in half again, and we're going to cut off a little bit of the center tip. I accidentally cut a little bit too much off, so it's quite a big hole. Yours should be a little bit smaller than this. It did make it hard to sew the stem back on. Then you're going to insert your needle from the back side to the right side of your underside fabric and fold the edge over so that your thread comes out right at the edge. Then we're going to do the mattress stitch and stitch this thing all the way down, all the way around the edge of the mushroom top, kind of covering that hole, but aligning it with the hole of the bottom fabric. I don't know. I can't really think of how to say that well. You're just going to keep doing that all the way around, just fold and stitch, and you just do it a little bit at a time. And you're going to do this all the way around, and I'm going to show you how great of a cinematographer I am in these next shots, that you could so totally see what's going on. And that's when I decided to actually look at the camera and saw that I was woefully out of frame and decided to give you instead a really lovely video of the back of my hand. Now we're done stitching, so I'm going to show you, I'm going to snip it. It's going to be, yep, nailed it. Great shot. That's the top all done. Yay! Now we're going to take a little length of fabric. I say about 4 inches, probably about an inch, 1.25 inches in width, depending on how big you want your stem to be. I didn't want mine to be super thick, even though it kind of, well, you'll see. But this orange fabric, I actually dyed myself. I love the color, and I'm using it for everything I possibly can. I'm using it as this mushroom stem. We're going to stitch with a reinforced running stitch all the way around the edge. A reinforced running stitch is basically just a normal running stitch, except instead of starting ahead of where you left off, you go a little bit behind, and you should be able to see that happening on the screen better than I can probably explain it, honestly. Right here, I'm going a little bit at an angle to try to get a more rounded end to my mushroom stem. I didn't want it to be super like a box, basically. So we're gonna go all the way around, and then when we're done, I'm gonna tie it off, trim it, and we're gonna flip it inside out with our trusty bamboo chopstick. Then we're going to stuff it with a lot of little bits of stuffing. I like to use hypoallergenic polyfill because I'm sensitive. Okay, so I'm making this guy, and I was thinking about it, and something about the proportions. Looking at this, there's something very wrong with this, like, proportionally. I was thinking it might be too thick of a stem, but I don't think that's quite the case. And Alex brought up a really good point of, like, what if it's just simply too long? So if I just kind of shove this back in there a little bit and take that out, we have a much shorter stem. That looks so much better. Like, oh my God, he's so right. So we're gonna go fix the stem, make it shorter. I'm probably not even gonna unstuff it. I'm probably just gonna close this and sew it with a a ladder stitch. Then we're gonna attach this, and I also pulled out some yellow lace. Three different kinds of yellow lace. And we're gonna see which one looks best kind of ruffled up around the end of the stem. So yeah. Actually, I didn't end up doing what I said I did here. Alex said, why don't you just like turn the inside edges down from the top? And I said, oh, that's way easier than what I was gonna do. So we did that. And now we're mattress stitching the stem to the bottom of the mushroom, just going around that circle really nicely with a mattress stitch. Look at how stinking cute. Oh my God, I'm gonna freaking cry. Yeah, this is the lace I decided to use. I'm using a kind of gathering, like an adjusted gathering stitch here, where I go and I do a regular stitch. I jump ahead a couple of those squares of the lace, catch the lace between my needle, pull it back to where the original stitch ends, and doing another stitch to kind of tack that in place. Then we move forward one more stitch and repeat the same process over again. We just do this all the way around the top of the mushroom. Sorry, not the top of the mushroom, the top of the stem of the mushroom. We're gonna do this just to give the lace a little bit of body. We don't want to gather, we just want a little bit of body. So we do that, oops, I dropped it. So we do that all the way around, and then when we're ready, I'm gonna tie it off the same way I do, with a single loop, with a loop, and then the needle through the loop. Then we're gonna trim that beautiful, beautiful lace, and we're done. And these are my mushrooms. These are my little mushy boys. Yay, we did it. And that's the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. Again, my name's Ruben Evelyn. I am under the URL earthworms.com. That's rthwrms.com. You can find me there. You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on Tumblr. You can find me here on YouTube. You can even like and subscribe if you want. And yeah, I really appreciate you watching to the end of the video. Thank you so much.